Season 10 of The Voice returned this week with a new round of blind auditions, and we're going to break down the premiere with a very special guest who knows what it takes to turn a few chairs on the show. You may remember Amanda Preslar here as one half of a duo that earned a spot on Team Pharrell last season. Amanda, thanks so much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me.
Catch us up on what happened, because everybody saw your audition last season.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
Yeah, well, things have slowed down a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm not living out of suitcases anymore, so life is getting back to normal, focusing on Preslar Music, which is my music school.
Yeah, right off Cherry Street there.
Yeah, and then now that season 10 is kicking in, it's wild just watching, thinking, I was just there on season 9.
Yeah, and you had such a big moment when your audition aired, because there was an engagement that happened at the end of it. Tell us about that relationship now.
Yeah, well, I guess it made voice history.
It did.
It was a first in voice history, so I was honored to be a part of that. It was very real. A lot of questions were asked. Was that a setup or?
Yeah.
Nope, it was real. Normally Jubal would be here to my left. He always stood on my left because of his guitar. In October, his dad took a terrible fall. Steve Young wrote Seven Bridges Road, which is our audition song.
Audition to, yeah.
Made famous by the Eagles.
Right.
And Jubal is his primary caretaker now, so he's in Nashville. We made a lot of great memories together, and one that I will cherish for a long time. It was such a fun time.
Yeah, well, nobody forgets that audition, because and your voices were incredible too.
Yeah.
But we also want to talk about some of the people,
Absolutely.
some of the standouts who auditioned this week, because there were so many great singers.
Oh my gosh, I think they just ramp it up every season.
It's incredible. You think, like, how many people can they find that are so talented, and they just up the game.
Yeah.
Well, first we want to start with one of the contestants who's actually from Oklahoma. She closed out Tuesday's episode. Take a listen to Kata Hay, if you can, for just a second.
Well, I ain't never been about that time. Oh no, I can't sweep that sweet champagne.
And then again, that is Kata Hay. She's from Skytook, lives in Nashville now. What do you think about her?
Oh, I love her. I love big personalities, period.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that they're giving Oklahoma the attention that it deserves. I mean, we had Alaska Maddie season 6,
Right.
and Corey Kent White on season 8. And I mean, it's just, it's what it is. Oklahoma's awesome.
And you all closed out the show on one of the audition episodes last season, and she's closing out one of the episodes. Pretty awesome.
I actually made that connection when we were watching, so I think that's pretty fun.
And someone else we both really enjoyed was Allison Porter. She's a former child star.
Yes.
If you want to take a listen to her audition, she sang Blue Bayou. Here it is.
I feel so bad, got a worried mind.
And also that song was, I found like it was a little bit of an unusual pick. It's not a song that a lot of people know, but it was beautiful.
It is a hard song to sing. I've sung that song before. And she's fantastic. I mean, just her pitch is excellent. Her delivery was excellent. I'm going to be watching out for her. She's already one of my favorites.
And she ended up on Team Christina. So who knows? Maybe a girl will finally win the show this year.
I hope it's time.
Yeah.
It's time for a girl.
And she got all 4 chairs to turn. And
Right.
up next was somebody who ended up on Team Blake. Her name is Mary Sarah.
Yes.
We're going to bring her up here in just a second. She also got 4 chairs to turn, ended up on Team Blake. She sang a pretty classic song, Where the Boys Are. What do you think of her?
Yeah, loved her. I went to some of the contestants' YouTube profiles. She was consistent even in the videos that she had posted prior to The Voice. So that's what I love is kind of researching these contestants and realizing that, you know, they're legit.
Yeah, and she had that last note she hit was just so crystal clear.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful voice. She ended up on Team Blake there, Mary Sarah. And also someone who auditioned on your season 9, was Caroline Burns, a very young contestant. She came back and auditioned. Tell us about her whenever you met her back last season.
I loved her. Her and her mother were there last season. And you get to do life with all these contestants. I mean, you live with them, you eat with them, you travel with them, you do all of those things with them. And she was one of my picks. She is so genuine, and I love that her age and the amount of talent she has for her age, combined with
beyond her years.
who she is as a person. I mean, she definitely deserves to come back. And
so cute too.
Yeah, and I love that part about The Voice, where they allow contestants to come back and try again.
Because she's grown so much even from last season, and she's only 15.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And one last person we wanted to point out is Emily Keener. She made it to Team Pharrell just like you guys did last season. What'd you think about her? Kind of an unusual voice too.
It is, and And it was funny because I tried to close my eyes every once in a while and pretend I was a judge.
Yeah.
And she was one that stood out when doing that. So I can definitely understand why the chairs were turned for her. I'm excited to watch and see what happens.
Another 4-chair turnout there. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for joining us. I wish we could talk a lot longer.
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
hoping to have you back to bring some analysis and commentary as the season goes on. So thank you for joining us this morning. And The Voice, if you want to watch it, airs this week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 7 o'clock. That's right here on 2 Works for You.